Welcome everyone on Rumble Action. We are going live quickly on Instagram to let everyone know we're live here. Shout out to everyone from last night's live as well. That was a hoot, I will say. That was a good time. Okay, hold on a sec. 1 sec. Yo, shout out to Ethan, man. And shout out to Saint and Thrax, man. We're just shouting out this Rumble live action. You know, it's funny, Instagram, they really don't prefer some of this stuff. Oh, damn, is that my thumbnail? Hold on a sec. That better not be my thumbnail, dude. What's going on, everyone? Or on Instagram, rather. Guys, so guess what? Many people thought that we had a situation going on and that it was fear-mongering what I was talking about. But we literally have breaking, shocking news out of the United Kingdom, out of all throughout Asia. 2 weeks ago, I was called a fear-monger for talking about this. This is the new COVID 2.0. Lockdowns, restrictions on travel, restrictions on freedom, of course, but it's for your safety or for the safety of the nation because we're running out of oil. Meanwhile, they won't tell you the truth about if oil runs out or not. We'll talk about where oil really comes from. And secondly, where the fact is that they're black shelving patents every single year. Dude, 1,000 says, no one thought that, Unk. Dude, you'd be surprised how many people were commenting, being flustered about me saying, guys, lockdowns are coming. And they said it's fear-mongering and they're from Australia. We got all kinds of food and diesel here. 2 weeks later, boom. Trucks aren't making it across the country. Gas stations are empty. They have rolling. They're going to do the same thing they did during COVID-19, man. And they're putting ticks everywhere. You heard about that, Charlie? So guys, listen, fear not, but there is something strange going on. It is a part of a bigger plan than most people can even wrap their heads around. Like this stuff does, it is, exceeds most people's fathomability. Like they will not be able to fathom this deception. This is the whole plan, to make it unfathomable. Like it can't be that big. It can't be that coordinated. Thinking Trump, Iran, China, Russia, not knowing they're all controlled by the same hidden hand, just like they were during 2020 when every single country locked down, every single country mandated the you-know-what, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's right, Melanie. The tick that makes you sick, and then you're allergic to meat. And then some company comes out and says, we have the cure for the... I know. It's satanic. So listen, we're live right now on Rumble. I want to tell you guys more about what's going on, but I cannot on here because I've gotten in trouble on Instagram literally for talking about fluoride, even though now fluoride is confirmed as like a legit neurotoxin. Like it does melt the roads. It's horrible for you. And... so I got in trouble. So anyways, we're live on Rumble right now, which is at the link in my bio. It's free to watch, free to download, and free speech. They are airdropping ticks all over the place. This is part of the covert assault, man. A covert assault on humanity. Charlie, though, apparently bee stings. Look up bee stings in relation to what you mentioned. I'm not going to say it fully on the live, but look up honey bee stings based on the thing that you just mentioned. I promise you can help your friend, man. Is everyone talking about them dumping ticks all over the place, by the way? Because that's freaking crazy. Fluoride for 20 years. I know. Well, I feel like an unk for knowing about fluoride for 10 years. And people are still going, what's fluoride? Like, what's wrong with it? It's for your teeth. I'm like, bruh, this is being going on. It's a part of they want to calcify your pineal glands, man. So anyways, guys, listen, I want to answer all your questions. I want to talk more. I think that Constipation Fix Queen should come on over, and same with Griffin and Charlie as well. Come on over to Rumble, guys. It's at the link in my bio. It's free to watch, free to download, and free speech. We're going to explain about the ticks. We're going to talk about all the crazy stuff that's going on, and we're going to be able to do it freely without having to bite our tongues. My tongue, rather. We can speak freely over there. It's free speech. Also, we're not screwed. Fear not, Leafzilla. He said we're screwed to the moon. Well, we're definitely not flying around the moon right now, or at least the NASA isn't, because that's completely fake. But anyways, the moon, don't even get me started on that. If you go and comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts, you also get the link to your DMs directly to your DMs of my live stream, right? So we're live streaming on Rumble right now. I hope to see all of you guys there, answer your questions, and discuss further. Okay, much love, everyone. Mike says fluoride is great for teeth and it stopped my kids' teeth falling out. Fluoride does harden your teeth. It makes them about 40% more brittle. Natural doctors talk about this. And they also, the same way fluoride hardens your teeth, it hardens your pineal gland, which is the seat of your soul. It's the connection point between your physical body and your soul. And that is your third eye. So it does, unfortunately, do more than just harden your teeth and makes them more brittle, which many natural dentists say is not good. Comment Rumble on posts, not on the live feed. Everyone who wants to come on over to Rumble, either just go to the link in my bio or comment Rumble on a post, not on the live feed. Okay, I hope to see you guys there. Much love, everyone. Shut up, Alicio. This Alicio guy's like, fake news. The fuck's fake news, dude? The moon landing? Oh, I know. Green Groiper said, I heard Pfizer is involved in the tick drops. I don't know how true that is. Well, Pfizer just announced a vaccine that cures Lyme disease or prevents it or something. Lyme disease itself, by the way, the most cases of Lyme disease are near Plum Island. If you look at the map of confirmed Lyme disease cases, it's Plum Island off the coast of New York State. And Plum Island is a freaking island that they were testing biological weapons. The theory is that birds transmitted this thing from Plum Island inland because the first bunch of reported cases of Lyme disease are right next to that island, the closest land to that island. But apparently bee stings, bee venom therapy is a thing. If you know someone with Lyme, apparently like do some research into that because there's always a natural antidote, right? Like you don't need to worry about, we'll have to, there's antidotes, put it that way, for the strange things they make, even when they're all strange and GMO. Like, for example, genetically modified food. Yeah, it, causes rats to be infertile by the third generation. But you can regenerate your fertility if you're taking Shilajit, if you're detoxing, if you're fasting, if you're bare feet on the ground, if you're praying and meditating and fasting. So don't worry about any of these little ailments, man. You're freaking good to go. By the way, before we get into, so here's the thing. We do know that there's a shocking situation coming around the corner with the lockdowns, energy lockdowns, diesel shortages. It's a total shitstorm. And it's going to be used to try to create the new, basically, world order, okay? And I know you may be thinking, well, not on my timeline. And I agree, like humanity will prevail, but I don't think they're done trying to make these plans come into fruition. So we have to keep our head on a swivel. 2020 was a rehearsal. It wasn't the big show. 2020 was a rehearsal. How compliant are people? How much will they heed our word? If we say an advisory that says, stay inside and stay safe and wear a mask when you're driving alone, you dumbasses. Are you going to do it? Like some people did. Many people did. I saw a woman driving today with a mask on. I thought, I went back into a time machine. Also, I noticed that I was at a bank one day, not wearing a mask during the mask restrictions. It says on the front door, wear a mask, save lives. You got to wear a mask. They're mandatory. I go in there without a mask. None of the tellers say anything because they probably have gotten like 50 people by now, 100 people by now saying, I'm exempt. And they can't, this was the loophole. You guys remember? You can go anywhere without a mask, say I'm exempt. They say, you're exempt? You say, yes. Can I see proof? No, that's violating HIPAA. You can't ask for private medical information to some freaking, in a public establishment. Now, if it was a private establishment, they can still get in trouble for asking and demanding your proof of exemption. Anyways, my point is, though, is that I had a guy freak out at me inside of the bank for not wearing a mask, saying, you're the reason that these fucking lockdowns are still going on. And think of how deviously, intelligently evil the Illuminati literally is for fucking flipping the script upside down to where me not wearing a mask is causing the lockdowns. Meanwhile, the lockdowns are only happening because people are obeying them by wearing masks and doing what they're told by the TV and the local fucking radio and all that. So the dichotomy, like, is freaking wild. You obeying the lockdown measures is why there's still a lockdown. If you all say no, there is no lockdown. But he thought I was creating the lockdown because I wasn't wearing the mask and I'm spreading some disease all over the place, which I don't have. But if I was vaxxed for it, like they all were, but they're still wearing masks. But if the vaccine stops the thing, like, you see how bullshit this is. So anyways, it's very, very strange. But before we get into what the new strange lockdowns are going to be, I had a ton of people message me after last night's live because, guys, we're doing something crazy. So last night we gave away, I think it was 4 or 5 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, right? The chocolate powder, super detoxing, stimulates stem cell production, which repairs damaged tissue and damaged cells. It also massively increases your gut microbiome, and it boosts bliss chemicals, which is tryptophan, dopamine, and serotonin. That's the chocolate powder. So last night we gave away 4 or 5 bags of the lit, and we gave a special deal in conjunction with it. And this morning I woke up to like 20 messages of people asking if we're still doing that deal. So now that we're live, I got to tell you guys what the deal is to get the free lit powder. This is freaking insane. Chalk hasn't done something like this in literally, I think it has honestly almost been 2 at minimum 2 years, but I think more like 3 or more years since Chalk has done something like this. So I'm going to put the link in the chat that goes to chalk.com. It's first come, first serve. So you got to click the link to get bumped first in line. We're giving away 4 bags on tonight's live of the lit powder. $100 value, super detoxing, delicious. You can eat it by the spoon. You'll freaking love it. Go to chalk.com. Chalk, by the way, just so you know, what am I clicking? Chalk is based in the United States. They ship out of Georgia. They're founded in Texas. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So they've been around. They're legit. I've been working with them since 2019. The way the deal works to get the free $100 bags of the chocolate powder, you go to chalk.com, and when you look at the Shilajit, so the Shilajit is clinically studied. It's hot water purified. It's a extremely potent hormone optimizer. It massively increases fertility. When guys take it, it boosts total testosterone 21% in 90 days. And when women take it, it calibrates your endocrine system and again, boosts fertility. Plus, healthy hair, skin, and nails. And it has carbon 60 in it, or C60, which is said to have anti-aging effects on the body. And that's carbon 60. It actually is quite a shocking rabbit hole if you go down the carbon 60 rabbit hole. So Shilajit, #1 supplement, men and women. The Russian military secretly studied it for 30 or 40 years. And the, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Vladimir Putin, Bruce Lee, and Genghis Khan all took it or take it. It is a superfood. That's a Shilajit. So to get the free $100 bags of chocolate powder, if you click products and you look at the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack, you will see that in both stacks, you have the ashwagandha as well, which is the certified organic. It has 43 clinical studies. It massively increases melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It's a hormone optimizer. It calibrates your entire endocrine system, which is a big deal, by the way. Synthetic fragrances, pesticides, GMOs, fucking heavy metals, fluoride, all this stuff disrupts your hormones. There is literally a war on our hormones. Ashwagandha calibrates your hormones. That's in the male and female stack. And like I said, you do get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it, and it is pro-fertile. So to get the free bags of chocolate powder, this is where the deal gets a little bit crazy. Chalk is giving away the free bags of lit. If you go to chalk.com and you put a male vitality stack or a female vitality stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 50LIFE, 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 gives you a 50% off lifetime discount on any subscription or bundle, and you get the $100 bag of chocolate powder. So if you look at the male and female stacks, look at the price. Imagine 50% less than that, which is literally an anomaly, and you get a $100 freebie in your order. This is freaking insane. We're going to shout this live out on Instagram again in a second here, by the way. So if you're on the site, place your orders ASAP. Yesterday, we had to extend the deal. We were going to just do 3 or 4 bags of the lit for free. We ended up giving away like 6 or 7, but we quickly had to cap the deal. Anyways, people were DMing me overnight. That's what I was telling you guys. So make sure you get your lits. Again, make sure you apply the discount code 50LIFE. Get the full-blown 50% off lifetime discount. And by the way, of course, that only works on subscriptions. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, but keep in mind the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to make sure you get a consistent dose to experience the full range of benefits. I'm going to quickly go live again on Instagram to let everyone know we're live here. We got a lot to cover, man. This freaking UK lockdown, Australia lockdown shits, and what could happen next? What could be around the corner? It's very strange. Shout out to... Yeah, I know. I'm dialed. They weren't thinking. He said, I can't believe people actually thought a mask would filter out pathogens. Bro, is there even a pathogen? Like, they weren't even thinking. They're like, oh, TV say put mask on my face that's made in China and sprayed with graphene oxide. I'll do it. I mean, dude, I wore a mask before they told people to wear masks. I thought the conspiracy was there's a deadly virus that's going around and they're not even telling you to lock down and wear a mask. Then, well, as soon as they started saying wear a mask, save lives, I stopped wearing a mask, knowing that this is some scam. And then I found out, not too long later that the virus is completely fake and it was a completely bullshit thing. But I don't know. I guess in theory, they are capable of, I mean, what are they going to do? Frequency 5G us all. We all feel like shit thinking there's a virus going around, but actually it's just a radiation thing they've exposed us to. Like, you got to wonder, man. The mask showed how many sheeple there are. I mean, dude, Will, sorry, man, but that is correct, bro. Like, especially solo in your car. Like, how do you look like more of a plug? Well, I don't mean to be rude. Like, they are dear souls, but wearing a mask by yourself in your car, are you all right? Like, that's the kind of people you're sharing the roadway with. Like, that's a little bit of a hairy thought. Okay, a bunch of people are on the site right now, by the way. So if you're on the site, make sure you place that 50% off, apply the 50% off lifetime discount, male or female stack, get the superfoods, detox, rejuvenate, and restore, and get the free lit powder. I'm going to shout out the live on Instagram real quick again. Mentioned you always works. So let me do this one. But yeah, dude, when I saw that lady today, or I don't know who it was, no, it was a guy wearing a mask alone in his car, I thought, wow, man, that is safe. That's kind of like wearing a seatbelt if you're on the couch in your house. Like, that would actually be as safe. I would wearing a helmet to bed, like, just in case. You never know, I mean, yeah, I know. It's very strange. What's going on, everyone? So we have people still wearing masks in their car alone. We also have the global energy lockdowns that are happening, or beginning rather, right now. And you may be thinking this is fear-mongering. And I implore anyone to say it's fear-mongering. That's fine. I'm not scared. I'm not fearful. But they are trying to lock down. They are announcing, at first it's voluntary. Ask Australia. Hey, we might need to lock down, mate. And then all of a sudden, no, you got to stay home, work from home 4 days a week, and there's diesel restrictions, and you should take the bus. This is the plan, dude. The plan is a new lockdown, but not for a virus, for for an energy crisis. They've made us dependent on oil, and then they are spinning this to be they're pulling the plug on oil, man. They want us driving Christian. I'm reading this guy's Christian. Yes, AI Bible. Yes, they want us driving electric cars. So they're going to take away our ability to drive gas cars. You thought they would just simply like say, everyone, we recommend you driving electric cars. Please do it by 2030. No, dude. They're making it so you can't drive your gas or diesel vehicle. 4 years ago, they said by 2035, we're not making any new gas or diesel vehicles. This is the plan, man. 100%. By the way, when I got my smart meter taken off my house, which I recommend everyone do because it's frying your DNA sitting next to a smart meter. If it's strapped on the wall of your house, the radiation is shocking. I'm mentioning you right now, Natus. The electrician who worked for the town said, just so you know, we freaking over-engineer all the cables that go to all these houses are like triple the gauge they need to be because we foresee a future or there's going to be a time when everyone's got to charge their cars in their houses. And they're going to need more juice from the freaking pole. Yeah, dude. Absolutely shocking. There's a plan to try to get us all in electric cars. It is not because they care about the environment. Are you fucking nuts? They spray billions of pounds of pesticides, glyphosate, atrazine, chemtrails, shits in the sky every day. And you think they want to save the environment? That's why they want you in an electric car? Sorry, dude. Other things are going on. Let's wake up to this freaking shit and not become a sheep to the slaughter walking off the cliff with all the other sleep fucking guys wearing masks walking off a bridge. So anyways, listen, I want to tell you guys more. There is more of a plan that's coming. Shout out to Brian, by the way, Brian Pillejo. Listen, guys, I know that's right too. Well, here's the thing. Cheese Girl said, I work for an energy company and we don't do that. Our grid can't handle EV. That's right. Right now, it wouldn't even be close to fathomable if everyone had an electric car. The plan is they want you all on public transit. They don't want you having a car. They don't want you having private property. Remember, the first stage of the number one goal of communism is to abolish private property. The World Economic Forum came out and literally said, we should share things more and you'll own nothing and be happy. This is who all of our leaders talk to and work with, dude. It's a shitstorm. Yeah, E85, E15, I think it is actually. Anyways, guys, listen, we're live on Rumble now. Come on over to Rumble. It's free to download, free to watch, and free speech. I cannot mention everything on Instagram. Click the link in my bio, come to Rumble now, or go comment the word Rumble on any one of my videos, not this live, any one of my videos. Comment the word Rumble in the comments, and you will get a link to your DMs of my live stream. We're live with already, we got 80 people, 100 people or so. Come to Rumble now, and we'll be able to answer your questions there as well. You don't need to make an account to watch, but it's a good idea to make an account because then you're able to comment, and that way you can engage in the conversation. Okay, I hope to see you guys on Rumble. Much love, everyone. No, like, I know all this stuff, and a lot of you guys do, but like, could you imagine? You saw one of my videos, and you're like, no, this guy's cool, you follow him. The next day, he's like, this could be mind blowing. I mean, I'm so used to this type of thing, right? But some people, it's like brand new, never heard these things. And I know I see people I like and follow, and I say to friends or, family, yo, did you see what John Smith posted? This guy we both follow. Yeah. So I realized that I too am somewhat in the element of that, like with these lockdowns when I first announced it, and it shook people up. They were like, yo, what the hell, lockdowns again? This time it's a different angle. This time it's a different story. This time it's a different plan. There's a different excuse. It's always about problem, reaction, solution. When you realize problem, reaction, solution, you realize that they create the problem that incites a reaction, and then they present the solution. Before 9/11, of course, they wanted to spy on every single citizen freely and have all this data collection on them. After 9/11, they had the reason to do so, and people didn't fight the Patriot Act and the other thing that they did at the same time. So you can imagine strange things, man. This is how it works. I know this is surreal. It actually is. Listen, it is truly surreal. Sometimes I'm, laying in bed, falling asleep thinking, there really is this nefarious plot against humanity. They really do want guys' testosterone levels off a cliff. Every single fucking Disney movie, the parents are dead. Every single Disney movie, the parents are dead. It's trauma-based MK Ultra mind control for children to watch. The only movie I ever watched with my oldest daughter, who's now 5, which we didn't even finish it because she started crying, and I'll never do this again, was Ratatouille. And in Ratatouille, Remy, for one, I don't even know if he has parents, but he gets completely separated from his family. They go down the wrong pipe, he goes down the other pipe. She cried about that. Any kid, if they weren't desensitized to the mindless fucking, Cocoa Melon shits frying the dopamine receptors. Any of these movies, Mermaid, Nemo gets separated from his whole family. Other movies, Beauty and the Beast, I don't even know about that one, but all these fucking things, it's trauma-based, fear-based, mind control, it's trauma, and it's the plan, and that's what, it's very intentional. I'm sorry, but when 55 Disney movies have the same theme where the parents are dead, it's about disconnecting the family unit, dude, 100%. So I know we're supposed to be talking about the global lockdowns and all that, but I'm just saying, Disney, it's quite satanic, and NASA is satanic too. You cannot go to the moon. This moon launch is completely bullshit. They launch a rocket with no people in it. They drop it in the ocean, then they CGI the rest of the whole thing. Hold on a second. People believe in the moon landing or the moon exploration they're doing right now, but. Oh, that's right. Chlamydia. 100%, man. Chlamydia Carl. We saw the Jeff Bezos thing. Amazon. What the fuck was that? Katy Perry, the little latch on the door. Like, do you guys remember that? Please tell me you guys remember that. Shout out to Biggie Smalls 6. Biggie Smalls 6. What's going on, man? Welcome to Rumble. Shout out to Embryo Homestead. Shout out to Chlamydia Carl. You guys got the best usernames. Ratch Sai Shy. That's got to be an alias. Let's just call her Rachel. Ratch, I'll call you Ratch. Shout out to Ratch. Yeah, exactly, Ratch. That's right about Elon. So, guys, listen. This is a shocking plan against humanity. Somehow they are going to try to convince everyone to take the mark of the beast. A microchip. It's going to be in your forehead or your hand, and it's going to be that you're going to need this thing to be able to buy or sell. That's the plan. Do you think if they instituted Mark of the Beast, all the sheep who got the other thing and wear the masks, like a lot of people would get it. And what it is it explicitly states, if you take the mark of the beast, you are rejecting God, and you're not going to make it in, man. You're not going to make it to the everlasting, eternal heaven and life path. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a shitstorm. That's what it says, man. And we've seen many prophecies come to fruition. It also, the Hopi prophecy that says in the end times, cobwebs will be, it says near the day of purification, cobwebs will be woven in the sky. Cobwebs will be woven in the sky near the day of purification. That's what the Hopi prophecy is from 2,000 years ago. Which means a Hopi tribes member had a vision, got remote viewed, whatever happened. He looked to the future and saw chemtrails and was told this is near the day of purification. Or he was able to sit there and watch the day of purification unfold and knew the days leading up to it, there was cobwebs woven in the sky. That's chemtrails, dude. It is not sustainable to be spraying us with aluminum, barium, strontium, nanobots, smart dust, heavy metals, chemicals, chemtrails, fucking all this shit. It's not sustainable. We're leading up to something big. We're leading up to a big event where good will win, by the way. Fear not. Like, I'm not worried about it. But it is a little bit concerning. Like, we feel so insulated. Like, we haven't been through World War II. We weren't German citizens, civilians marching for thousands, hundreds of miles to try to get away from the Russians. Like, we've just been comfy, cozy, isolated. Some of you maybe have been in wars. I don't know. Some of you guys maybe have been from Ukraine and stuff. But anyways, like, it's just surreal to think about this. What I should mention, though, before we get to the World War III stuff and the other things that are coming around the corner, that's right, Denny, 100%. Denny is paying attention. Denny, this is your spot, man. If you're on Rumble right now, turn your live notifications on so you know when we're live next time. Everyone who's new to Rumble, make sure you're like following and you turn on your live notifications so you know when we're live on Rumble. And welcome to it. Like, this is where we can hang out. You think I'm going to say that kind of shit on Instagram? I got in trouble on Instagram for talking about fluoride, which is another satanic plan, by the way. Okay, so listen. Sound mind and sound body. Should we be detoxing right now? Should we be getting the heavy metals out of our system? Should we be rebuilding our DNA and boosting our fertility and boosting our hormones? I feel like most people would say yes. Shout out to Liz Griot. Welcome to Liz. This is her first comment ever on Rumble. I'm screenshotting that, databasing it, and we will use that when we're in the FEMA camps to... No, I'm just kidding. Okay, listen. I should mention before we go further, we are giving away 4 more bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, on tonight's live. This is from Chalk, which is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia, and they have an all-American customer service team and 5,000 reviews on Trustpilot, 5-star reviews. We're giving away free $100 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which massively increases stem cell production, so that goes and repairs damaged tissue and damaged cells. It boosts your gut microbiome, which is under attack from fluoride, chlorine, pesticides, all this stuff wreaks havoc on your gut microbiome. It massively increases the production of bliss chemicals, which is tryptophan, dopamine, and serotonin. Denny, let me know what you think the mark of the beast will be if it's not going to be a microchip, because my understanding is that the AI microchip thing, Satan wanted to be like God, wanted to hear everything, see everything, be everywhere. AI, if it's fully implemented, would be able to hear everything, see everything, be everywhere. And that basically AI is Satan, it's satanic, and it's part of that thing. And so it makes sense that if you merge with machine, you become a cyborg, which is their whole plan for us, no longer organic beings, that then Satan, takes all them to hell with him. You know what I mean? But he knows he'll lose probably. He definitely knows, like, God will smoke Satan. But you know what? Sometimes you got to get sick to get healthy. Sometimes humanity has to get into a shitty situation to realize and wake up and snap them out of their induced state of consciousness, which is from half the chemicals we're exposed to as well. So anyways, we're giving away 3 bags of lit. The way the deal works, and that's $100 value, by the way, we have 4 more to give away. Go to, I just put the link in the chat. It's first come, first serve. Do not get Neuralink. Exactly, Biggie Smalls. Go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com. To get the free lit powder, the number 1 superfood at chalk.com for men and women is the hot water purified shilajit. It's clinically studied. It massively boosts fertility for men and women. It increases brain function because it stimulates the production of new brain cells. It's called neurogenesis. Neuro is neuron, and genesis is generate. If you're taking shilajit, it is increasing new brain cell production, which gives you extremely sharp mental clarity, focus, cognition, and concentration. It is a game changer. Plus, when guys take it, it boosts testosterone, and when women take it, it calibrates their endocrine system, which we know 1 billion feminine products, female makeup, skincare, colognes, perfumes, all that wreaks havoc on your endocrine system, and that is part of the plan, by the way. So Shilajit, #1 supplement for men and women. The way to get the free $100 bags of lit powder, if you go to chalk.com and you put a male vitality stack, which you'll see there, or the female vitality stack in your cart, and you apply the discount code 50life, this is where it gets crazy. Yesterday, Chalk activated, I think, 10 or 12 uses for the 50% off lifetime discount on any subscription or bundle. Yesterday, we gave away, I think, 6 or 7. So I'm pretty sure we have like 5 coupon uses left for the 50% off lifetime discount. Rarely do they do that. Usually it's like 20% off. So right now it's 50% off for life with that discount code and the $100 bag of chocolate powder, which, by the way, in both the male and female stack, if we're talking about pesticides and heavy metals, the heavy metals are binded to the compounds in the shilajit and excreted out of the body. The Irish moss, which is in the female stack, binds to heavy metals and excretes them out of the body. So this is why it's imperative to be detoxing, getting the minerals into your system, because they bind to heavy metals and excrete them out of your system. And they obviously have worked very hard to get us completely full of heavy metals, which is a nefarious plot. Because if you consider the frequencies we're exposed to from cell towers, smart meters, Wi-Fi, 5G, and all that stuff, those are electromagnetic frequencies. And you can picture metals and magnets. Metals in the trails, we're absorbing, we're inhaling. The frequencies, magnetic, they alter us, they change the vibrational frequency of your system, which is why it's imperative to be detoxing. Denny said, the Bible says it will be 7 years of Jacob's trouble. Things going to get really ugly really fast. Death, plagues, wars, destruction, famines, quakes that level mountains. But Jesus is hope. Yeah, Denny, I guess we'll see what's around the corner here because, and me too, Biggie Smalls, he said, love you all. Jesus is king. Amen, brother. I guess we'll see if all that, I mean, there's different theories, but I know something big's coming around the corner, man. We can't, it's unsustainable. And I don't mean that in the sense of like the green agenda, like there's too much carbon being like emitted, like it's unsustainable because blah, blah, blah. I mean, like we're headed towards testosterone levels are off a cliff, fertility, the chemicals. You can't keep pumping that into the environment, man. Something as strange is happening. Hippy Dippy said, get me off this planet. Well, Hippy Dippy, we're not on a planet, so you're already off this planet. You're in this realm. That's the next thing. If we're shocked about the Epstein files, we should be even more shocked to find out that we're not on a spinning ball. There is no space and there is no planets. And I told my dad that today, and he said, what do you mean? The earth is flat? Don't worry, I'm going to wake my dad up to the true shape of the earth and the realm we're living in. It is truly mind-blowing when you find out how deep the deception really goes. And it's all connected, man. 100% connected. They want you disconnected from God. They want you thinking you're a random chance. They want you thinking you came from a random explosion. And yeah, you could say, get me off this firmament. Well, you're not on it, though. You're in it. So you could say, get me past the ice wall. That's what I would say, Hippy Dippy, if I were you. No longer say, get me off this planet. Instead, say, get me past the ice wall. I'm going to actually patent that. You know what? You could get there, though, by remote viewing, but really only if your pineal gland is decalcified. That's why it's important to be taking Shilajit, man. It's one of the most powerful, believed to be pineal gland decalcifying agents in the natural world. And Carl, that's literally what I said. Or sorry, not Carl, Green Groiper. That's literally what I said to my dad this morning on the phone. Zooming in with a camera across Lake Michigan, from Chicago to the other side, I think that's Lake Michigan. Anyway, and how there's no curvature at all. That is a smoking gun. That is a 100% fact that at the very least, there is a massive lie about how curved the earth really is. At least that. But of course, I don't think it has any curvature at all. That U.S. Navy military weapon can take down a freaking a missile 100 miles away, 10 feet above the ocean. 100 miles away, there should be hundreds of feet of curvature in between. But the laser doesn't curve, and it takes out a missile 100 miles away. Some shit's going on, man. Yeah, Thrax. No, it was not April Fools. We really apparently launched off to go check out the moon, which is hilarious to think about. Chris Bledsoe. I know New Englander. I guess we're gonna find out tomorrow if something big, or sorry, on Sunday, if something big happens, man. Sunday might be a big day, according to Chris Bledsoe, who said this in 2012. Remind me again what he said, New Englander. So, guys, hold on a second. A ton of people are on the site right now looking at the male and female vitality stacks. Make sure you use the discount code 50life to get the 50% off lifetime discount on the subscription. And then you're also getting that free $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in your order automatically. So make sure you quickly place that order, because I'm going to be shouting out the live again in a moment on Instagram. There's going to be a bunch more people on here, and then we will end up giving away the last 4 bags, because congratulations. Someone just got the female vitality stack. Congratulations to who just got the female stack at chalk.com, which has the Shilajit, the ashwagandha, and the wild-crafted Irish moss, which is wild-crafted from Nova Scotia instead of being farmed in the Caribbean, full of microplastics. Shout out to freaking Mrs. Whoever got the female stack. I'm so stoked for you. And you're getting the free bag of lit powder. Brandrew, we're talking about a couple things right now. We're mid-discussion, and someone just got, so we're giving away 4 more bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia on tonight's live, the chocolate powder. If you go to chalk.com and put the male or female vitality stack in your cart, and you apply the discount code 50life, you get a 50% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time, which is a shocking discount. Usually it's like 10%. And you get a $100 bag of lit powder included in your order as well. So there's a bunch of people on the site. Make sure you place your order ASAP. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere. And then I'm going to shout out the live on Instagram again. So give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, shout out to Lolly's mom, who said, I love the chalk lit powder. So good. Got the female stack last week, and I feel great. Dude, shout out to Lolly's mom, who I fully remember from the live. Shout out to Lolly's mom. She got a female vitality stack, and she got the free lit powder. I'm so stoked you love it, Lolly. And you know what's interesting? We call it the 90-day chalk challenge. So taking it for literally, even 7 days is great. But when you get to that 90-day, That's where a lot of the clinically studied benefits are based on, is 90 days of consistent consumption. So shout out to Lolly's mom, who's in her first, week of taking chalk. Freaking amazing, Lolly's mom. Now, hold on a second. You know that today is 2,000 years ago, unless we've been fully lied to about exactly the age, and well, we have been lied to about the age of the earth, but if everything is proper, tonight was Jesus's Last Supper, guys. So let's be thinking about Jesus tonight and right now, because that is shocking, dude, what he went through. And this isn't, I don't even feel, not equipped. What's the word? Let's just say equipped to discuss such matters, to the extent of many of you have a lot more knowledge. You guys went to Sunday school. I never did, and I'm just learning about this now. But what I understand is tonight is Jesus' Last Supper, and then on Sunday is his resurrection. So now, is Easter pagan? Apparently it is. So I'm not really going to be celebrating Easter per se, but I do love putting little organic chocolate eggs throughout the house for my little ones to wake up and run around and chase them and find them, and it's organic and it's good for you. So, but is that pagan? Like, it's just a treat kind of thing, and it's organic, so we should be good to go, right? But anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts. 7 years of tribulation before the return. 2033 would be 2,000 years, going by some estimates. The third day, if one day is 1,000 years, according to Peter. We'll find out, dude. I know, that's what I hear too, though. Matthew says in 2 years it will be 6,000 years old. There's a couple different theories as to its exact age, but I know it's somewhere around 6,000. I don't know that we all need to know either. We definitely need to know, though, that it's not like billions and hundreds of millions of years old, because that is a complete joke. And the only reason they extended the lifetime or lifespan of the Earth is to try to mind control us into thinking that that's how long. I mean, because that aids in the evolution argument. Like, billions of years. Could you imagine how much shit could grow a new leg in a billion years? You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting. That's how they do it. It's very sophisticated and deep and shocking, to be honest. I don't even think there is an orbit, Denny. Denny said, do you think astronauts are going to deep space or stay in Earth orbit or stay in orbit or give us NASA? I think that it's, I don't think there's an orbit. I think that they need thrust to stay up in the sky. And then when they run out or the air gets too thin, they fall back down. Of course, there is like anti-gravity, or not anti-gravity, let's call it electromagnetic technology, where you could like zip super fast and almost like teleport. But I think that firmament's keeping you inside, man. Yeah, that's what I think too, Bandrews. That's what I think too, man. Like Christmas. Is Christmas pagan? Some people say. It's like, well, it could very well be, but it's kind of in our culture now. You set up a Christmas tree, you have a good old time, you have hot cocoa. You have hot chocolate, bro. You have the chocolate powder. Okay, I'm going to shout out that we're live on Instagram again. Anyone on the fence, if you're on the site right now, there is a ton of people on the site. Make sure you apply that discount code 50life to get the 50% off lifetime discount. And then you're getting the free $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order automatically. But I'm about to shout out the live, and when I do, there'll be a bunch more people on here, and we will end up giving away the last 4 bags of the lit. Yeah, exactly. Carl, it's 100% true. Science and the rule of randomness says it's more possible for nothing to create an intelligent mind which created all things than for nothing to create everything. Is my music still playing? Yeah, it is actually. Exactly, dude. Exactly, 100%. It is a micron of a today only thing, Kendall. Kendall, I can hold a slot for you if maybe you want to update because I know what you got going on. I think I know anyway. 50% off for life if you get the female stack, Kendall, and you get the free lid as well. So, Rumble says, hi, will it be the end of hydroelectricity? It's a good question, actually. If it was the end of hydro, like my power that is powering my computer and my light behind me and everything is hydro. We got 250,000 lakes in Ontario and 80,000 rivers. And they have a lot of hydro dams all over the place, which is shit. I mean, I wish it was, apparently we sell that to you guys actually. So maybe it's not hydro that powers this stuff. I'm pretty sure we sell our electricity somehow to the States and then buy it back from them. Like, it's never that we have free energy here because we have hydro dams. It's like they send it far away, then they buy it back. Like, it's same thing with the oil. Texas should be able to supply all the U.S. Alberta should be able to supply all of Canada, but we send it to Saudi Arabia and then buy, basically, you could call it unethical oil because they still have like slave labor and shit over there. Anyway, that's a good question. I don't know why it would be the end of hydroelectricity, but that is a good question. Okay, hold on a second. Happening now. Boom, bang, bang. Nice. Hold on. Let me see here. Yeah, that's right. I remember. And do you guys remember when the Olympics had a mockery of the Last Supper? Like, dude, that was improper, if I say myself. That was certainly improper to do. Yeah, exactly. Me too, Denny. Exactly. No, it is definitely a strange plan. Yo, Tristan. Okay, guys. Tristan Lackey just joined. This is the guy from Australia who made the video saying, how come my company has all these oil and gas and diesel reserves to keep an efficient company going, but yet the government of Australia cannot fathom or figure out how to run the country like an efficient business? Instead, we had World War II, where Australia was still running despite deploying people all overseas. It was literally a global conflict, or should I say flat plano conflict, and they didn't run out of oil. But some bombs and missiles drop in the Middle East, and all of a sudden, Australia is like running out of fuel. It's a freaking joke. It's ridiculous. And we know that was a very good, I never saw it framed that way, Tristan. It's so true. They're not running it efficiently. And despite paying them 50% of our money, basically, or well, you guys in Australia, it's 50% or something. In the States, depending on what state you're in, it's a bit less. But we do pay a lot of money to a lot of people, to a small amount of people, rather, who do some interesting things with it and also fail to do other things with it, which is completely shocking. So what's going to happen in the UK? Well, Riri, they're already talking about discussing. It's tabled right now. So in other words, it's coming around the corner. It's tabled that they're going to have certain days you're allowed to get gas or diesel. Certain restrictions you're allowed to get, how much gas and diesel you're allowed to get. Then it's also going to be the promotion of, the way I figure it, they're going to make it like unaffordable for the vast majority of people to fuel their vehicles. And then they're going to suggest everyone get on electric powered public transit. And that's the dream of a totalitarian global Illuminati. No one has private vehicles. No one has private property. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. But it's only a temporary measure because we're running out of oil right now. Meanwhile, they won't tell you the truth about how much oil there really is, where oil even comes from, if it is actually running out. You'd be freaking surprised, dude. You would be surprised. Where does oil come from? Does it come from fossils? I might have news for you, dude. Anyways, we're discussing more about this in full detail, freely, with free speech. Dominique said it. He said this is the start of 2030, 100%. 100%. But fear not, because we will win. In the end, we do win 100%. And Satan's going down. He knows he's going to be beat. He's just trying to take as many people with him to hell as he possibly can before Christ returns. But listen, we're streaming live on Rumble right now, which is where the real show goes on. This, I got to bite my tongue. I can't tell you guys everything. But on Rumble, it's free to download, free to watch, and free speech. If you want to tune in, come to the link in my bio. Click the link in my bio. Click the Rumble link that's in my link tree and come to Rumble now. We got 80 to 100 people on. It fluctuates. Come to Rumble. Or alternatively, go comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts, and then you'll get the link sent directly to your DMs of my Rumble live stream channel link. Okay? So I hope to see you guys all on Rumble, and you can ask questions there. You don't need to download the app, but if you do get the app, then you're able to comment, and then you can really join the discussion. I know, Matt. I know the moon thing, the moon landing is completely fake. I know. We got to talk about that too. Okay. I hope to see you guys on Rumble. Much love, everyone. It's at the link in my bio. That freaking moon landing, eh? Are you kidding me, man? Hold on a sec. Yo, Carl, apparently there was Iranians and even people from the Muslim and Arab world who did volunteer in the Wehrmacht. So, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Iranians and people, I mean, okay, put it this way. I've seen viral videos going to the Middle East where people have like, they're like a taxi cab driver and he has like a Hitler figurine and has like swastika flags and a big swastika on the back. And he's like, yeah, Hitler. And so I'm pretty sure that a lot of the Muslim world, at least maybe not a lot, I shouldn't say a lot, but it seems like over there it's not as taboo to be like, yeah, you know, but and yes, it is true that the Wehrmacht was one of the most diverse or the most diverse army in world history. There was Africans, there was Asians, there was you know, Arabs, there was freaking Russians, there was the 50 different countries in Europe that volunteered in it. So apparently it was quite diverse. So I don't know if that's but the saying that Iran is America's biggest threat, that's where I draw the line. I think that is completely fake. I think that the same hidden hand that's controlling Iran is also influencing America and Canada and Australia and everything. There is a hidden hand that is pulling the strings 100%, fomenting and creating the conditions of a world war, a global conflict, a shortage of energy supplies, and all this stuff. So, yeah, to blame though Iran, like Iran has nukes. Nukes are fake. You know, if we could go to the moon, I'm sure there'd be like bases there launching rockets all over the place, but there's not even satellites, man. They're weather balloons. Someone zoomed into a Starlink. It was a weather balloon, man. It's hooked up on the. We can talk about that on another live though, but there's a whole rabbit hole on the truth about the cosmos, and this is why astrology is satanic or at least strange. Because okay, hold on a second. There's some truth to astrology. There's something going on with astrology, but there are no planets. So whatever astrology has to do with it, and horoscopes and everything, there's a reason it lines up, but it's not because of planets and the energies of planets. If anything, what is it? The energy of stars or the angels that are in the firmament. This is what people think, that the angels, the stars in the firmament are angels. And that's also, here's the thing. What we know is this. There's no way that the constellations that have been witnessed by earthlings for thousands of years have remained the same in the same place and position in the sky for thousands of years if we are hurtling 60, listen to this, shut up for a second, 66,600 miles an hour, the Earth is said to rotate around the sun. NASA says the Earth rotates around the sun 66,600 miles per hour. That's 666. They say that Earth's tilt is 66.6 degrees, 666. They are hiding, it is Masonic science. And I know we're getting off topic, but I'm just saying, we're not on a spinning ball, dude. It is a Masonic lie. It is a satanic lie that we are on a random chance on a ball spinning in space, flying around, and that the planets and everything, there is no space, there is no planets, and there is a firmament. I'm just saying. But we'll digress for a second. From the videos I saw, Tristan. So Tristan, this is I totally get why that's your opinion. And I'm looking at it and I'm going like, I see why people believe that. Iran posts a video saying justice for all affected. And it shows like the natives, it shows the Palestinians, it shows the Epstein Island victims. And it shows like Lego figurines that are Iranians draw justice for Epstein victims on a missile and then launch it. And it seems like, whoa, is Iran fighting for like the world and trying to get rid of like the influences that are nefarious and negative against humanity? But the Iranian parliament is completely hiding in plain sight. You can go look at Iranian parliament building. It is a pyramid, the all-seeing eye. It has 33 windows. It has massive amounts of satanic or Masonic symbolism inside of it. Their Ayatollah, their last guy who got allegedly killed, who's probably on some island somewhere, was installed. A puppet dictator or leader was installed. The next one has been installed. It's a multi-layered, multifaceted psyop. Iran is controlled by the same hidden hand that is controlling the United States, Canada, Israel, you name it, Russia, China. There is a global cult hidden behind the scenes. This is no longer Libya in the 1990s and early 2000s, who kicked out all the central bankers, destroyed the central bank, didn't want to be connected to the central banking system, tried to make a gold-backed currency, did not want to be controlled, and then got bombed to smithereens. That is not the case with Iran. They have a central bank. They mass lock down the population. Gaddafi literally said in the future they're going to manufacture viruses and they're going to give you this poison vaccine to treat the virus. This is what Gaddafi said on a UN meeting. You can go look at some of Gaddafi's speeches. The guy knew there's a global plan and that they're installing people in every single country to take over. China is the model with the facial recognition, social credit system, digital ID, all that is the model that they want to implement upon the rest of the entire world. And so if you look at the West, if you look at China today, that's the blueprint for the West tomorrow. That is what they're trying to institute. The fucking lockdowns are going to help that, and they're going to push all this crazy shit on us. And at the end, their end goal, and I know this is far out, like you're not going to be able to talk to a normal person about this and get very far, but you can try. The end goal, which is abundantly clear, according to the World Economic Forum and the young global leaders who are a part of the World Economic Forum, is that come 2030, the plan is that we will be merged with machine. And this is Tristan. Guys, shout out to Tristan. If anyone like swing from them and all you guys who are regulars who know what's going on, Tristan Lackey is the Australian guy who I did the video, I stitched or whatever, the video of him sitting in his truck talking about the ridiculousness of the energy crisis that's in Australia and how much of a fucking joke it is. And so shout out to Tristan, guys. He's like a new influencer. Like he's coming up. He's kind of like, who's the other Australian guy who's getting in trouble right now? But he's not in trouble. What's his name? The one guy who thinks that Australians, he said, I just want to live far away from you people on a farm, blah, blah, blah. You know the guy who's getting in trouble for it. Anyways, he's on the come up. Shout out to Tristan. But the plan is to eventually, and this is where it gets biblical, to merge us with machine. It's the mark of the beast. It's the Great Reset. It's 2030, the 2030 agenda. But guess what? You have zero fear. You need to literally, if you're scared right now, like what's going to happen, you've already lost the plot. Do not fear. Fear not. Not only is fear a vibrational lowering emotion, but also there is a plan. This is why the media always is war. If you go to Fox News, which millions and millions of people watch, and you revert the image, you will see that Fox News says live and raw now every 30 seconds. If you reverse the image, it says war and evil won. Go look at my video I posted. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. Fox News, just as CNBC, just as MSNBC, is fully controlled by a little micro handful of corporations that control the media that hundreds of millions of people watch, not to mention billions if it gets posted all around the world. It's satanic. It's Masonic. They're hiding it in plain sight. By the way, the length of the fucking rocket they just sent to the moon is 322 feet. 322. Wow. Isn't that the Skull and Bones Society's favorite number? Isn't that the number that, what's his face? He interviewed George Bush and another guy and said, so tell me about these secret societies. The Skull and Bones Society, 322, the number 322, is it a secret? And he says, it's a secret. I can't talk about it. And then he got whacked. Do you guys remember what happened to that guy? Swing from them knows. Carl probably knows. So it's a Masonic lie. It's strange what's going on right now. But guys, I can tell you that they know the stage is already set. Human freedom prevails. Humans win. The goodness wins and prevails. But it's going to get a little bit weirder before our victory is actualized. But it's already set in stone. We do win. And that's not like a optimistic, like, I hope we do. We win 100%. And to think otherwise is manifesting, regardless, the opposite in the first place. Okay? Before we get into what other little policies and strange things they're going to implement or try to implement upon us, because remember, mandatory means nothing if you don't obey. Mandatory is fake. Mandatory doesn't exist if you say no. There's no such thing as mandatory. It is actually a deep psychological thing that they're doing when they say mandatory, to get you to think, oh, we have to do it. It's mandatory. It's fucking fake. If you say no, there's no, okay, so before we get into that though, I wanted to mention, we only have 3 more bags left of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, left to give away. When we're talking about the GMOs, the pesticides, the heavy metals, the vaccines, the freaking chemtrails, and all this crazy shit they're spraying and poisoning us with, it is important to be of sound mind and sound body. On tonight's live, we have 3 more bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia left to give away. It's heavy metal tested. It massively boosts stem cell production. It increases bliss chemicals, which is tryptophan, dopamine, and serotonin. It is a superfood, and it has 2 other superfoods in it, along with other ingredients, but the 2 other superfoods is camu camu and lucuma. If you look at the benefits of lucuma and camu camu, you will be mind blown. You will be wanting to get them into you to support rejuvenation, detoxification, and vitalization. So we have 3 more bags of lit left to give away. The way the deal works, and it is first come, first serve. So do not, make sure you click this ASAP. The website is chalk.com. There's still a bunch of people on chalk.com since the last time I mentioned this. So people are about to scoop up the last 3 bags. Chalk.com is the website. Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. If you go to chalk.com right now, you get bumped first in line. The way the deal works is the number one, to get the free lit powder, the number one supplement superfood for men and women at chalk.com is the hot water purified Shilajit. This is a hormone optimizer. It has 12 clinical studies. It massively increases the production of new brain cells. They call it neurogenesis. Neuro is neuron, genesis is generate. If you're taking the Shilajit, your brain is producing more and brand new, healthy brain cells, which gives you massive amounts of concentration, focus, and cognition. Not to mention your sleep cycle, and you're going to be able to remember your dreams and have vivid dreams. That's another thing that people talk about Shilajit, is that gives them vivid dreams because it's activating your brain, and it's believed to decalcify your pineal gland as well. So that's the hot water purified Shilajit, number one supplement for men and women. Plus, it calibrates your endocrine system. It optimizes your hormones. It's pro-fertile. For men, when they take the Shilajit, it boosts testosterone and it increases sperm count and sperm motility. We know there's a depopulation agenda. For women who take the Shilajit, it calibrates your endocrine system and it's extremely pro-fertile. So to get the free lit powder, if you go to chalk.com and you add the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack to your cart, and you apply the discount code 50life on the subscription, you get a 50% off lifetime discount, which is insane. Usually Chalk does like 15, 25% off or so. They're doing 50% off for life on the male or female vitality stack. And if you place your order on the live and you're one of the next 3 people, you're getting the $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order automatically. You're not going to see it on your order form. It's going to be physically placed and packed up in your box when it's shipped, and you're getting a boom, bang, bing, delicious detoxing. I want to answer. Trey said, how long do you need to take this for it to actually start working? Well, Trey, in theory, as soon as you have a mug of chocolate powder, it's increasing your stem cell production. Like it stimulates the production of stem cells. Immediately, it's inducing bliss chemicals, which is tryptophan, dopamine, and serotonin. It also immediately is getting you the lucuma and camu camu, which is extremely high in vitamin C, which they're trying to ban over-the-counter like supplements of vitamin C in Australia. I guess it's just too powerful. So that's the chocolate powder. Immediately when you take it, you start getting the benefits. Of course, a lot of the clinically studied benefits of the Shilajit, the ashwagandha, and the Tongkat 100, which is in the male vitality stack. The Tongkat 100 boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days, plus sperm count and sperm motility. If you're taking all these consistently, you are immediately obtaining the benefits. But a lot of the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to get a consistent dose. We call it the 90-day chalk challenge. And if you take chalk, you take your male or female stack for 90 days, that's where a ton of the benefits are obtained from. But again, like even taking the Shilajit for 7 days is great. It's great for you. It's great for your DNA. It rebuilds your DNA. That's the thing. The male and female stack both have the full matrix of minerals, and your DNA is like minerals build the DNA. So if you're getting the full matrix of minerals, it's going to repair, rejuvenate, and restore your DNA, which is under assault by not only the chemicals and contaminants, but also the heavy metals and the frequencies from cell towers, Wi-Fi, smart meters, 5G shits, all of that. But yeah, so basically to answer your question, immediately, as soon as you start taking chalk, you are receiving the benefits. And this is what I say, like, as long as you are taking chalk, you are receiving the benefits, whether you feel them right away or not. The difference is that 30% of people report feeling a difference within the first few days. 30% of active subscribers at Chalk report feeling a difference within the first few days. Another 30% is within the first 2 weeks. And then the rest of the 30% divided across is like, after 2 weeks. But the main thing, based on the clinical studies, which I can't really emphasize enough, like a clinical study, it involves labs, blood tests, live blood tests, fucking hormone tests, and everything, and they compile it all. So the clinical studies on the Shilajit, on the ashwagandha, which is in the male and female stack, on the Irish moss, those are based on the benefits of those rather are based on actual clinical trials, which is a pretty freaking big deal, and costs a lot to undergo. By the way, could you imagine like 100 healthy adults taking Shilajit for 90 days? They're taking their blood tests throughout 30, 60, 90 days. They're cross-referencing. Like, it's a pretty big scientific operation, to be honest. And so anyway, it's freaking awesome. But that's why we like to flex, by the way, the clinical studies rather than just like, oh yeah, like there's some benefits of Shilajit over here. But no, I'm saying our Shilajit is clinically studied to do this, that, and the other, which you can read on the clinical studies on the website, which is freaking awesome. Dialed said, yeah, you're probably right, Dialed. You're right. It does, I'm sure. Well, that's what Alex Jones does. I wonder. Yeah, Carl, there is an ultra stack. Shout out to Swing. Guys, Swing from them literally takes, like, picture a full-blown closet of a million different superfoods. Swing has a cupboard of a million different chalk superfoods. Like, he's stocked up for basically World War III, man. Shout out to freaking Swing from them, man. Hold On to Truth said, God bless everyone in here. Watch over us and our families along our entire journey. Deliver us from evil and give us our eyes and ears for wisdom. You brought us at a price and we are forever yours. Amen. Shout out to Hold On to Truth. Swing from them said, ashwagandha makes you sleep better, dream big. Yeah, well said. Swing. So guys, the ashwagandha, which is in the male and female vitality stack, is clinically studied to massively increase melatonin production. So you do get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it, which is a game changer. No matter what amount of sleep you actually have, you will feel more rejuvenated after. Tristan said, shout out to Tristan, he said, mandatory lockdown during COVID came nearly 2 years after the first COVID case here in Australia. This war has only been going on a month, and they've already started difficult time propaganda. Well, Tristan, same thing with in the States, they're saying that short-term pain for long-term gain. Like we got to pay more gas now, but like we're gonna win in the end. You know, which people are already thinking is dope. It's a freaking joke, man. So, you know, Tristan, I, like yourself, we are both subjects of the king. We are in Commonwealth countries. I'm in Canada, dude. Canada is like a micro step behind Australia, or whatever way you want to look at it. Australia got gimped a little bit more during COVID than Canada did. We didn't have any restrictions on what type of distance you can leave your house during COVID. You guys did, which was fucking crazy. Now, with the bills that they just passed in Canada, there is going to be more and more videos coming out in Canada of people who said something mean online, whether it's true or not, doesn't matter, who are getting people, you know, officers coming to their house inquiring as to why the fuck did you post this comment, you bastard? But anyway, Tristan, so we're in the same boat, man. And I will say, the US is on a different wavelength because it is built different. It is the last bastion of freedom. I'm not saying it's perfect. No one would say it's perfect, but and that's not like I'm talking about a patriot from the United States, which I follow many. No, there's some shit going on that's not ideal. But they are the last bastion of freedom. They are putting up a significant fight. They are the hardest to manipulate, which is why they haven't banned this, banned that, locked them down as hardcore as they have the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. It won't fly there. And you know what is the biggest situation that governments want to avoid? Is when they talk all tough, try to implement or do something, and then get completely gimped because the population says no. And they're like, oh, fuck. I guess they actually can say no and nothing happens. You know what I mean? So we do need to stand up big time, man. 100%. Congratulations to who just got the female vitality stack. Someone just got the female stack, which has the Shilajit, the Ashwagandha, and the Irish Moss in their stack. And they're getting the free $100 bag of lit powder, which means, guys, this is basically the last call. We have 2 bags left of the $100 organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia to include in people's orders. If you're on the fence or you're on the site, make sure you apply the discount code 50LIFE on the subscription to the male or female stack. And if you place your order on the live, you're getting the free bag of lit powder. This is the last call. So whoever got the female stack, just so you know, the wild crafted Irish Moss, which is in your female vitality stack, is certified wild crafted from Nova Scotia in Canada. It has the full matrix of minerals. It rebuilds your DNA. It massively increases lung function. It's one of those foods that looks like the part of your body that it's good for. It looks like your alveoli in your lungs. It looks like the bronchioles in your lungs. Super good for you. And it also, those minerals bind to free radicals and contaminants and excrete them out of the body. And holy cripers, someone just got a male vitality stack back to back from the female stack. Congratulations to who just got the male vitality stack at chalk.com, which contains the hot water purified Shilajit, the organic ashwagandha, and the 100-to-1 extract of wild crafted Tongkat Ali from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforests, by the way. The Tongkat in the male stack is not some farmed Chinese Tongkat Ali. Certified wild crafted from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforest, which massively boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. Congratulations to who just got the male stack. You are also getting the free bag of lit, which means we literally have 2 bags left to give away. So if you're on the fence, quickly place your orders to the male or female stack with the discount code 50LIFE, 50% off for life, and you get the $100 bag of chocolate powder. Fabian said, is minerals good? Dude, the chalk minerals, or do you mean in general minerals? Because bioavailable minerals from the Shilajit or the Irish Moss or the chalk minerals, if you're talking about the chalk minerals, you're getting the full matrix of minerals, which, yes, is very good, dude. Fabian, picture this. If today you only ate organic food, 100% organic diet, you're still getting less than 10% of the full matrix of minerals. So if and those minerals are supposed to rebuild your DNA, and every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. So if you're taking the minerals or the shilajit or the Irish moss, you're getting the full matrix of minerals. You're getting more nutrients from the food you're already eating to begin with, among other immaculate, impeccable benefits. Shout out to Adriana, who said, I just ordered the male stack. Thanks. So wait, Adriana, that's a female name. She just ordered the male stack for her beloved. Well, you don't know. It could be for her grandpa. It could be for her dad. It could be for her husband. Maybe her son is 18 and she ordered it for her son because he has low testosterone. Dude, or sorry, rather, Adriana, congratulations on getting the male vitality stack, the extremely detoxifying, testosterone surging, fertility boosting male vitality stack. Congratulations, Adriana. And then you and your husband or whoever it is are going to be able to share the amazing benefits of, oh, Adriano. Oh, my bad. Adriano, did you buy that for your husband, dude? No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Adriano. The O's and the A's on here look the same. So shout out to Adriano, which is male, and he got the male stack. I've actually not seen that name before. I've only seen Adriana, like from The Sopranos. Shout out to Adriano, man. Frickin' rights, dude. You're going to love the Tomcat. It's going to surge your testosterone, dude. You're going to be walking around surging, bro. Shout out to Adriano. Daisy. Shout out to Daisy. Dialed said, been watching you a while. I remember you pretty much pioneered the selfie videos with the green screen like background, pointing out with one hand. It's immersive, and that's all what, yeah, Tyler. Dialed, that guy, man. I hope he wakes up to his ways, man, because he is a little bit of a frickin', I don't know what to say about that boy, man. I'll tell you that. Like, usually it's like the obscure, weird kind of like someone you don't even have any idea who's like, oh, you must be in the Illuminati because you have an Instagram account. Whereas Tyler, to be what seemed to be like a seasoned guy, knows what's going on, knows how strange things are. To go and point fingers at basically every single influencer and say that they're all in the Illuminati is the most schizo thing that I can even wrap my head around. Like, it is crazy, man. And again, especially what happened to that girl, Kay Podgy, and he roasted her, and she's like just this great soul, and he roasted her ass for wearing a black and white checkered dress when she was emo, which she posted the picture herself saying, this was when I was emo, I didn't believe in God, I've come a long way, blah blah blah. He went and spun that into her being like a fucking in the Illuminati. Like, dude, some people got anyway, they'll figure it out at some point, man, put it that way. Manish Reports said, but we are learning it way more now, but what can we do about it? Well, I would say the number one thing, becoming more aware of it and realizing that we have the true power here and that we will, in the end, win. But I think we got to be of sound mind and sound body, 100%. If they lock down Canada, hold on to truth. Well, I'm in the midst of getting my U.S. Dual citizenship because I'll explain, but they can't lock you down if you're like, they can't impede your access to a country you're a citizen of. So I'd be able to get to and from Canada. But I mean, lockdown Canada, I'm already locked. I mean, I sit at home. I mean, I'm at home all the time anyway. I'm boiling sap. I'm going in the woods. I'm hanging out. But the problem is that if there's like food shortages or something, that's when I got to get a little bit creative about what the Sam Dam's going on. You know? By the way, I got a new tooth today. My back left top wisdom tooth. 6 years ago, maybe even 7, I cracked it. A third of it broke off. It didn't hurt though, so I left it. It turned into a cavity, of course. So I went to this natural dentist. They drilled it out. They gave me a bit of painkillers, not painkillers, sorry, local anesthesia. So they just gave a numbing thing and then a non-epinephrine injection just on the gum. And because, dude, I tried to free ball it. Manisha, yes, I'm from Canada. Dude, where are you in Canada, Manisha? What kind of name is that? So I tried to free ball it and not get any type of numbing or anything, but there was a nerve in the tooth. There's no fucking way you can sit there and stomach that, dude. It's like it's the nerve, like it kicks your legs out even if you don't want it. Like you can't sit there. So anyway, they numbed it, and then she gave me a German ceramic filling, so I have a new tooth back there. And yeah, anyway, I have a new tooth. That's what I want to tell you guys. I don't know why. Oh, because don't get the mercury fillings. Exactly. Shout out to Manisha. Manisha, what's going on, dude? Yes. What did you ask again? The first question you asked was, hold on a second. The truth has always been there, Manisha. 100%, dude. Trey is in Niagara Falls. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, far north fan. Like I literally tried to free ball it, but it just was not. I tried, but I'm like, dude, that is too painful. And you know, if you ever get a tooth thing going on, then you realize that you really got to take care of your teeth big time, man. 100%. I don't know, Carl, because I still have the tooth. They didn't take my whole tooth out. They drilled about a third out of my tooth because it was cavitational. And then they put this German ceramic filling in it. And it's a little bit sensitive right now, but notice how my fucking face isn't all puffed out. I didn't get my wisdom teeth yanked out on oxys like they give you, eh? But you know what? I made it through like literally 7 years of having a tooth that was still a wisdom tooth, but was slowly cavitying, and it could have caused an abscess at any time, but thankfully it didn't. Alexandre is from Sudbury. Yo, shut up, Alexandre. The last time I was in Sudbury was when I drove across Canada, and or when I went to North Bay because the Freedom Convoy was happening, which was freaking awesome. Hippy Dippy's in Collingwood. Hippy Dipper, are you nuts? I was in freaking Barrie today. Far North fan cracked a molar back there, so they know. Yeah, and you got to sit there in the seat and hope that you're, you know, pray that it doesn't hurt too bad and that you'll take care of your teeth better next time. Even though when you crack a tooth, you wonder what. Hold on to truth says he pulling coconut oil pulling helped his tooth a lot. That's freaking awesome. Shut up. Seek Truth is from Burlington. Wow. How many damn Canadians we got on here, guys? I'm in central Ontario. I'm freaking north of whatchamacallit, Halliburton. I had to get the gas. Oh, the gas. Really far north. Because I was sitting there going like, I would rather fucking be out right now. Like this is too much. But I pulled through. But you had to get the gas that put you to sleep. Then they worked on your tooth and you woke up and your tooth was fine. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, exactly. Or foreskins, Maria. She says, I don't think God will create something that you need to remove like wisdom teeth or tonsils. She was probably thinking about that as well. But yeah, no, for sure. It's not supposed to be removed, but it broke up, so I had to do something about it. Otherwise, I could have wrecked my other tooth next to it, Yeah, Manisha, root canals are horrible, dude. Never get a root canal. Go and watch the documentary Root Cause. It's $4.99 Canadian on YouTube. Watch the documentary Root Cause, bro. That's the biggest scam going on right now is root canals. If you got a root canal, get it yanked out. Get a German ceramic filling. Okay, guys, this is the last call for the free $100 bags of chocolate powder. Everyone comment where you're at, by the way, so that everyone can network. That's right, Seek Truth, 100%. Last call, if you go to chalk.com right now and you put the male or female vitality stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 50 life, you get that 50% off lifetime discount. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, and automatically you're going to get the $100 bag of organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia included in your order, which is the chocolate powder, which you're going to love so much. But make sure you apply that discount code 50life. Martin said, what do you think of moving from Germany to Canada to live off-grid? Or which country would be the better choice? Martin, if you go to be off-grid in the States, depending on what state you go to, you're allowed to carry I wish that Canada joined America when there was the American Revolution. I wish that, I mean, dude, I don't know that I'm going to move out of Canada. I've been born and raised here. I got all kinds of family here. Like, I'm not really trying to fuck off. But, like, I feel like if I was in literally like Idaho or Montana or something, near the mountains, spring water, off grid. But I do love Ontario, dude. Like, I love the maple trees. I love the freaking snowmobiling. I love the outdoors here. But like, they just passed a law where if you recite certain Bible verses about certain things, that could be considered as hate speech. So it is kind of fucked here. Like, I do try to make sure I speak, I think I'm pretty vanilla on here. Anyways, guys, we're going to extend this deal for another 40 minutes. If you go to chalk.com and put the male or female vitality stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 50life, you're getting the free $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in your order. Go there now, because you get if you go within the next hour, you'll get the free lit powder, or 40 minutes rather. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you put the all right, butter. Well, you know what's funny, Manisha, that Sunny, who might be on the live, maybe she's not on the live, but she actually designed the Orange County flag in 1968. But Manisha, hold on. You said you're from Canada and you're from India and you're in Orange County, and it's not what it used to be. How the hell long have you been in Orange County to know what the Sam Damn It even used to be? Bring back the 80s Canada. Yeah, exactly. Well, Maria, Canada does not have free healthcare, though. We don't have free healthcare. We pay taxes, a shitload of taxes. I haven't used a cent of healthcare since probably 15 years. But a shitload of taxes I paid in the last 15 years went to other people's healthcare, or sick care, you could call it. You know what I mean? It's freaking shocking, man. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next live. Make sure your live notifications are on. Get your free lit powder. DM me on Instagram if you have any questions. Thank you for joining. Turn on your live notifications. I love you all. Good things are around the corner. We'll see you on the next one, all right?